What's up guys, and welcome back to another video with Broadway Online. Today's video is going to be focused around breaking down our vault. So you will need just a little bit of space. You'll see here today that I'm going to be using this as my running lane. Try to find somewhere that's safe, has enough space on either side, but you can get a couple of steps going in forward and backwards. So we're going to get into breaking down our vault, but first we're going to start with a nice stretch. Alright guys, so starting with jumping jacks. Ready? And go. Ready to move on to jump ropes? Good, and head down to pike stretch. And to start, we're just going to go between a point and a flex. You can alternate, so pointing right, pointing left. Good, point all the way. Arms up and reach as far as you can, keeping your legs straight. Good, we're going to open up to a straddle. Point your toes, arms up, one hand over and reach for your foot. Remember, knees facing the ceiling, straight legs and pointed toes. And switch. Good, alright, out to the middle. Reach as far as you can, trying to get your belly button as close to the ground as possible. Good, and moving into butterfly. So we're going to scoot your heels in as far as you can, and then try and use your elbow to push your knees down towards the ground. And get your legs as flat as possible. Good, and then just slide them out, and we'll go nose to our toes. Really try and hold once you get down there. Good. Now we're going to put right foot over, and we're rolling out our right ankles. We're going to go forwards and backwards. And switch. Alright, and move to our Achilles stretch. So try to get that right foot flat on the ground, left one is bent. And switch. Good, try and hold if you can get that leg flat. Alrighty, we're going to go arm circles forward, up on our feet. And backwards. And try and keep them straight if you can. Then we'll pull our right arm over our chest, grabbing our elbow. You don't want any bending in this arm. Try and keep it nice and straight. Good, and switch. All right, hands together, and we're going to roll this out. Back and forth, both sides. Hands apart, we're going to roll our wrists out and away from our body. So back and forth, rolling out and in. Good, now we're going to do our sweeps. So we're going to go straddle and sweep through. Try and hear when you sweep the floor. Alright, you guys. That's it for our starting stretch. Now if you have shoes on, you can go ahead and take your shoes off. Kick them to the side, we're not going to need them right now. And we're just quickly gonna go into our splits all together, just to make sure we're doing the proper stretches. So we're gonna start just with that lunge. So breaking this down, this lunge position is very important for our splits. My knee should never come in front of my toes. If it does, I'm just gonna slide my foot out a little bit further. We're gonna hold right here. Good, really push it. Chest up tall, focus on your form. Good, from here we're gonna go right backwards. So my feet didn't move, just the front knee switches. We're gonna go straight and really reach past that foot on the ground. And then do a couple of point flex. And then right from here, remember, we're just gonna slide this front foot out to the side, turn your foot, and we're gonna do that lunge out to the side now. Try to hold up tall. Good, and we'll slide that foot back and go out into our split. And hold. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're just gonna turn that right around into our other foot. So now we should be on our bad leg. Same thing with that lunge. We don't want our knee to come in front of our toes. Once you feel this one, we're gonna pop it back straight and reach. We'll go ahead and do point flex a couple of times. And then again, for this, remember, we're just gonna slide our foot out to the side, turn it, and push. This is a really, really important one, so make sure you don't skip this step. We'll go back and slide into our split. As far as you can, chest up tall. And we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And for our middles, we're gonna start up on our feet. Then you're just gonna slowly slide your feet up. Just walk it out, slide, get comfortable, put your hands on the ground, hold for a little bit. Then we're gonna push a little bit further. We're gonna hold. Try to go a little bit further. If you can go all the way, go ahead and go all the way. If you want to go to your elbows, elbows are great too. Just focus on straight legs. And we're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Good. So hopefully if you guys have been stretching your splits at the end of practice or before, or when you wake up in the morning, you're starting to see some real improvements in them. Stretch your splits every day and you will see major, major changes. All right, so good job. We should be feeling loose and ready to go. We're gonna move into breaking down the vault. All right, so breaking down the vault, what does that mean? Well, when you look at a vault, we have a running strip, we have a springboard, we have either a table or a big red resi mat, and then we have the landing, which is our jump stick. So obviously, some of us are in pretty limited spaces, so we're gonna break it down and talk about it, and what we have room to do, we're gonna do together. The first step in the vault is the run, and the most important run is our sprint. So for practice, you'll notice in the past we've done our high knees, we've done our butt kickers, we've even done little jogs in the space that we have, but a sprint is the fastest run that you can do. So you wanna make sure right from that initial push off your foot and start that you're running the fastest you can. So if you have a backyard, if you have a really long strip of space, you can practice your sprints. So just running as fast as you can. You can time yourself to get from point A to point B and keep trying to challenge yourself and beat your record. If you're in an area maybe where you don't have it, then you're gonna save the sprints and you're gonna do them somewhere else. You know, maybe on a really sunny day you can walk to the park or you'll find more space outside somewhere to work on your sprint. If you're inside like me and we're working with limited space, we're gonna start, say, with the hurdle. So we've done our hurdle before. We talked about it a little in previous videos, and that was our swing, set, and hold. But now the hurdle is actually a very, very crucial part of our vault. It's what happens right at the end of the runway, right when you're trying to get the big bounce. It's taking all the power from your run and pushing your body forward. So what we're gonna try to do is do our hurdle out of a run. And we know that we can't run inside right now, but what we can do is add an extra 2 steps to it. So we're gonna start with just the jog. So really quick, we're gonna jog 2 times just down and back, just a regular jog. Jogging, just get a feel for the space that you're in to make sure that you're aware of where you are. All right, so now with the space that I have, I know about how much room I have to take off. So I could take 2 jogging steps, push off my bat and hurdle. So remember when you're hurdling, your bad foot is going to start. So my left foot is in front because I'm a righty, and that's when I'm gonna hurdle off of it and land. So I'm gonna take a step with my right, step with my left, and hurdle. Okay, so right now, technically, I'm just adding 1 step for the hurdle, but I'm gonna make it like a little jog, so we're gonna try that. Everyone get yourself in a nice area. We're gonna take 1 step with our good foot onto our bat and hurdle. Ready? So we're gonna go step. Good, now you'll see with just adding that 1 step, my hurdle went from being this long to me landing all the way over here. So it does make a big difference when you add in that step. So what would happen if we tried 2 steps? Well, for starters, I'm gonna start taking a step back so I don't run into my mirror. If you were close like that, you should do the same. But make sure we're in a safe area. So I'm all the way back here now. I'm gonna start with my bad foot, step with my good foot, and start that hurdle. So now we're adding 2 steps before we start. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna go left, right, hurdle. Okay, good. Now you'll see that time my body even went higher. I went further and I went higher because I'm adding that power before we go. So you need to think, if you have a full sprint down a vault runway into that hurdle, you can imagine how much that power is going to help. It's going to make tremendous differences in your vaults. So what I want you to do is think about how many steps you can add in your area. I can add the 2 steps before running out of space. If you have more space, I want you to try to go for 3 or try to go for 4. If you have a backyard, your options are pretty limitless. If you have a neighborhood park that's open, you have a lot more options. Find a space where you have proper running room and give it a try. So what comes after that run and what comes after that hurdle? It's our punch on the board. So remember, we've done punches before, so if you want to go back now and try just 1 step, hurdle, punch, you can try some punches. Now remember, punches are not something that we always want to focus on indoors just because of the heavy impact that we're making. So we're going to move on from the punch and we're going to focus on our jump stick. So our jump stick is our landing. And you do a jump stick, I can promise you, on almost every single event. So it's really, really important, even if sometimes it seems like it's a silly or an easy skill. Okay. So I brought out my chair here, my broken chair. And I'm going to use this to practice my jump stick off an elevated surface because our vault is obviously raised off the ground. Now I want to be very, very clear here. If you have hardwood floors, or if you're in a dangerous area, we're not taking a chair that's 4 feet tall and jumping off onto it and landing super hard. You want to do as small as you can. So if you have a step stool, if you have a really durable box, something super small that you can practice with, start there. Just for example, I'm going to show off of the chair. So we've had our run, we've had our hurdle, we should have punched up. Now we're focusing on that jump stick. So I'm on the chair. I am very close to the ceiling. So now I'm on my chair. Remember, when we land, we want to give to the ground, meaning we're going to bend our knees. So I'm going to go jump off, jump, stick. And if you'll notice, even from an elevated surface, the jump sounds a little bit quiet. When we land on the ground, it's kind of quiet. So we're going to try again. I'm going to see if I can make it even quieter. Good. So for our jump sticks, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. You can do it off an elevated surface. You can practice with a long jump stick. You can do a straddle jump stick. For these, we really want you to focus on your landing. So bending into the ground, toe ball heel, really sinking, sit, and stick. So you can practice every day. Just go for 5 jump sticks and practice getting into the ground. And remember, if you're in a space where you have a lot of room, you can run and get that hurdle going. Right now, you're doing all the parts of a vault without actually having to touch the table. So this is a really good way for you guys to keep practicing and keep working while you're at home. All right, you guys, so we're gonna finish with a little HIIT workout today. It's just gonna be a quick couple of things that I think is gonna help us with our vault. So, it's gonna be 30 seconds of exercise, 10 seconds of rest, all the way throughout. We have our reach and heel taps. So we're gonna be here and tapping. 30 seconds on our right leg, a rest. 30 seconds on our left leg, a rest. Then we get into our alternating lunges. So for this 30 seconds, we're gonna do both legs. And after that, we have a rest. And then we're just gonna finish with side crunch. Side lunge, crunch. Side lunge and crunch. We're gonna do 30 seconds on our right leg and 30 seconds on our left leg. So if you'll notice, all of these exercises are also super crucial to helping out our vault. Our reach and heel tap is our hurdle position. Locking that in, locking that shape into your memory. So every time you're doing this exercise, you're gonna feel a strong hurdle position, okay? Same with our lunges, we talked about that a lot. This is gonna be a very helpful, quick little 3-minute workout just to lock in all those shapes that we talked about. So if you're ready, I have my bottle of water handy. We are gonna have a bunch of 10-second breaks, so if you wanna get one now, go ahead, pause the video and do that. And when you're ready, I'm gonna go ahead and hit start, starting with reach and heel tap, right leg. All right, go. And then take your first rest, and then we're gonna get moving into our left leg next. All right, left leg. All right, quick rest, and next is going to be our alternating lunges. So for this one, you go hands on hips, hands out to the side. You can go arms out, a little arm workout, whatever you're comfortable with. Try not to let your back knee touch the ground. Good, all right. Little rest, and then we're gonna do our side lunge crunch. We're gonna start with our right leg. Out this way. Okay, ready? Lunge. Crunch. Good, little rest, and then our last one. So as you're pushing off the ground from your lunge, remember, push through the toe, just to help with everything else we've been talking about. Here we go, and left. Push through the toe, land soft. Alrighty. Alright you guys, that is it for today's lesson. Thank you so much for watching as always. Keep it up because I promise you it'll pay off once we get back to the gym, and we will be getting back to the gym as soon as possible. Stay safe, stay active, keep working, and we will see you guys in the next one.